Welcome to NeoEnglish, the daily podcast where we help you learn practical English fast, and today we talk about a news story from Wembley in northwest London.
Today's headline is, a 26-year-old man has been charged with murder after an ice cream seller was stabbed and died at the scene.
The victim is named as 41-year-old Shazad Khan, and paramedics tried to help him but he died at the scene despite their efforts.
The man charged is 26-year-old Zaher Zaarour, from North Circular Road in Brent, and the charge includes possession of a bladed article that usually means a knife.
Let's explain the key word charged. It means the police or prosecutors officially say someone may have committed a crime and will go to court. For example, he was charged with theft yesterday, and the police charged her with fraud last month.
Now the word murder, it means the deliberate and unlawful killing of another person. For example, if someone plans and kills, the police may call it murder, and if a killing is on purpose, it is often called murder in news reports.
Bladed article is a formal phrase for any object with a blade like a knife. Two examples: the man was found with a bladed article in his bag, and carrying a bladed article in public can be illegal.
Paramedics are trained medical workers who arrive in an ambulance to help injured people. For example, paramedics took the injured player to hospital, and the paramedics gave first aid at the scene.
The phrase died at the scene means the person died where the accident or attack happened, not later in hospital. For example, the driver died at the scene of the crash, and the victim was pronounced dead at the scene by paramedics.
The word despite shows contrast. It means something happened even though another thing tried to stop it. For example, despite the rain, the match continued, and she passed the exam despite being ill.
I'll explain the story another way. Simple timeline: an ice cream seller was stabbed in Wembley. Paramedics came and tried to save him. He died at the scene. Police investigated, and a 26-year-old man was arrested and charged with murder and carrying a bladed article.
Police charge someone after they collect evidence and decide there is enough to take the person to court. But remember, charged does not mean guilty until a court decides.
Useful phrases and how to use them: charged with, use it for crimes. For example, she was charged with robbery, the company was charged with fraud. Possession of a bladed article, use it to describe carrying a knife. For example, he was arrested for possession of a bladed article. The law forbids possession of a bladed article in many places.
More useful phrases: tried to save him, for medical effort. For example, the team tried to save the patient, the firefighters tried to save the building. At the scene, for location. For example, reporters arrived at the scene, the witness stayed at the scene until police arrived.
A little background: Wembley is a busy area in northwest London and small street businesses like ice cream sellers are common, so this kind of crime can feel shocking in a local community.
When you read or speak about news, use simple present for headlines, man charged with murder, and use past when you tell what happened, he was stabbed and died. Practice both: I read the headline, and yesterday I read the full story.
Now a short recap of vocabulary and phrases to remember. Charged, official accusation; murder, deliberate killing; bladed article, knife or similar; paramedics, emergency medical team; died at the scene, despite, even though, tried to save him.
Quick recap of the story in simple English. A 41-year-old ice cream seller, Shazad Khan, was stabbed in Wembley and died at the scene. A 26-year-old man, Zaher Zaarour, has been charged with murder and possession of a bladed article.
If you want to keep learning and not miss our daily episodes, please subscribe to NeoEnglish so you get a new short lesson every day.